Hello, my name is Amira Berbo. I'm a musician and part-time fairy from Berlin, and today we will learn how to grow like lavender. I don't know about you, but the growth of spring always overwhelms me. Everything is buzzing and blossoming, and I'm just trying my best to get out of bed every morning. My body and my mind struggle to adapt to the weather, so while everything seems to be so full of hope and joy and eager to break through the earth and reach up to the sun, I can't keep up. Every creature seems to want to change and grow, while I still feel like the same person that I was a few months ago when it was still dark and cold. Sure, there is a lot of potential, but I'm not doing anything with it, and I end up feeling like I am somehow not living up to nature's expectations, if that makes sense. So, how do we fix this?
Until you take it away, take it away, take it, make them accept.
This spring I decided to discover the wisdom of plants a little bit more. So at the beginning of every week I pull 2 cards. One of my Celtic plant oracle deck that I found on the street, and one of a plant card deck that I got from a friend. My cards of this week were the mallow and the acorn. The acorn invited me to listen to the voice of nature. So that's what we are doing today. Maybe we will learn something new. Let's listen together. The voice of nature, of course, speaks differently to everyone, so please leave your thoughts and wisdom in the comments below. Here is what I've learned. The first thing that I would like to talk about is my balcony. I have been obsessed with my balcony for the past few weeks. Last year, I planted a few flowers and herbs. Since I don't have any type of roof over my balcony and could not bring all of them inside, most of them died over the winter, or at least that's what I thought. I was especially sad about my lavender plants. All of the twigs dried up because I forgot to water them during the winter, and I considered just throwing them and all of the other dead plants away, but in a moment of desperation, I cleaned up my balcony and cut the plants back to give them one last chance. And look, they are thriving. They did all of this on their own. I don't even know what I planted here because all that was left were the roots. This flower, the forget-me-not flower, is my favorite flower. I didn't even plant her, she just appeared out of nowhere. I thought this strawberry already died before the summer was over because I forgot to water her regularly during an especially hot week. I am so deeply impressed by the endurance, the resilience of these plants, and all it took was a little time, sunlight, and some encouraging words. Yes, I believe in talking to my plants. You should try that as well. They are exceptionally good listeners. My point is, if I respect my plants for simply surviving, why am I not able to respect myself in the same way? Why am I unable to be patient with my own growth? I often tend to follow the principle, if you want to survive, you need to grow. That has been taught to us, or at least to me, from an early age. And while that might be true, the same thing applies the other way around. So, if you are surviving, enduring, you are growing, even if it might not be visible from the outside.
into my queendom, into the circle of my home, hiding from the light of the sun. You're not scared.
This brings me to my second point. I think we need to remind ourselves what growth actually means. We have limited growth to a purely economical process, which is, I believe, one of the reasons why we as a society are not able to grow in a sustainable way. But even in self-help and spiritual spaces that try to redefine growth for themselves, people often tend to expect quick changes that increase the way they perceive themselves and how society perceives them. Here's the thing though, you don't need to increase your wealth, make fundamental changes to your lifestyle, or make significant progress in your career. You don't need to read 4 new books, or overcome your fears, or make a lot of new friends, or create meaningful art to grow. Saying I love you to your partner more often is growth. Taking 5 minutes out of your day to just breathe and observe the birds in front of your window instead of rushing from one task to the next is growth. Writing in your diary every few weeks instead of every few months is growth. Or just starting to write a diary at all. The wound on your knee healing from the time you fell while tying your shoes, and you learning that it is not a good idea to tie your shoes while hopping on one foot is growth. Also, growth is not only an active process or a decision that we have to make. Growth is in our nature, and it is technically something that we are able to do without contributing to it. So maybe, instead of finding new ways to grow overnight, we should start with observing the growth we and the world around us are already experiencing and build from there.
As you started to cry, ooh, take it away,
So, what do we do? How can we grow like lavender and truly fulfill our potential this spring? The truth is, I don't think we need to do that much. The first thing that you need to do, and I know you don't want to hear it, is clean your apartment or room. I don't necessarily mean a whole spring clean that can be a little bit overwhelming, but in order to grow something new, we need to clean out our garden. Don't do everything at once. Take small steps. And if you don't have the time, just do the basics. Wash a part of the clothes in your overflowing laundry basket. Clean up your floor a little bit. You got this. So, now that we actually have some space for our thoughts, I have prepared 3 questions for you that you should ask yourself regularly during this spring. You can use them as writing prompts, ideas for tarot readings, or just meditate on them whenever and however you like. The first question is, where do I observe growth in myself and the world around me? This is the most important one. Take some time to observe the growth that is already happening around you and in you. Start with very small things that you might have overlooked before. A new blossom on a flower you see outside, the growth of your hair. Are there more children playing on the playground around the corner than a few weeks ago? Has the tree in front of your window grown? Is your neighbor's dog now able to walk without a leash? Did you learn a new song on the guitar since last year? Have you changed something, anything, in the way you dress or the way you wear your makeup? Has something changed in the way you take care of yourself or the way you observe the world around you? Don't focus on the things you didn't do, the things that you observe in the world around you that worry you. That doesn't mean you should ignore them. There is a time and place to work through these worries, but that time is not right now. Let them go, for now. I do recommend getting a plan to take care of, since it is the easiest way to take some time every day to observe growth. And there are a lot of plants for busy people who will forget to water them, like the snake plant or the rubber tree. if you don't want to, you can of course also just try to take more walks in nature in order to observe spring. The second question is, what do I need to provide in order to support this growth? If you remember, at the beginning of the video, I told you that every week during spring I pull 2 plant cards. The second card I pulled before making this video was the Mallow, which is commonly associated with love and protection. I need to feel safe and loved in order to grow. Because otherwise I start to panic and pressure myself into going faster than I physically can. Love is a rather complicated answer to this question, however. It might also just be more sunlight, more breaks and sleep to recharge, a healthy breakfast, long nature walks. Try to take your time and listen to your body and your mind and ask them what they need to grow. The last question would be, is there a seed that I want to plant this spring? And where should I plant it? This question is optional. Nobody forces you to plant anything, and there are things, ideas, thoughts that might just appear by themselves. Think about the things that you would like to see grow. And with that, I don't mean necessarily in the next few weeks. We are just planting a seed, starting something, putting something into the earth and watering it regularly until it starts to grow on its own. If you want to learn how to draw, this is the time to impulsively buy that sketchbook, not an expensive one of course, and take maybe half an hour a day while you are waiting for an appointment or in the train to do some sketching or read about different art styles in order to find out which one you would like to try. If you want to do more sports, this would be the time to start trying out different sports to see what works best for you. If you want to read more, this is the time to go to the library and check out different books. Or in my case, sort out the books that are rotting in my shelf that I finally want to read this year. Some of the seeds that you will plant will grow. Others you will forget next month, and that's okay too. Try to find joy in new beginnings.
So I asked for your name and you looked into my eyes and I saw your shame as you started to cry.
So yeah, this is how you grow like lavender. One important thing that I want to add is this is just how I decided to approach spring this year. For others, a more active, you can do everything you set your mind to, shoot for the stars, this is your time to grow attitude might work better. However, I am already shooting for the stars, so I need someone to remind me that it's okay if I don't manage to reach the stars this month. I made this video for the people who always think that they are not doing enough or not moving fast enough. You are enough. And you are growing. Just in your own pace. And don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If yes, please tell me about it in the comment section. Tell me how you are approaching the spring and the seeds that you planted and the things you observed. I actually made this video in order to celebrate the release of my single, Take It Away. You heard a few snippets of it during the video, so if you like that, check it out. You can find my music on all streaming platforms or here on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram if you would like to follow my journey as a musician and part-time fairy there. I hope I will see you soon and that you have a wonderful and fulfilling spring. Goodbye.